The NZB yearling sales start on February 19 at Karaka, and then everything moves to Christchurch from 20th through to the 22nd. The boys from SBSR, Southern Bred Southern Reared, are joining me. Firstly, Mark Smith, welcome back to Campbell's Comments.
Thank you, Paul. It's great to be talking again. Last time we saw you were in New Zealand enjoying Cup Week, and you made it back to Australia, and I believe you're going to join us live for the sales, which will be great to see over here to promote the NZB sales.
Absolutely, and we'll welcome in John. Firstly, John Stiven, welcome to you.
Yeah, welcome, Paul. Good to be linking up with you and Mark again.
We are going to brush over, well, not brush over, we're going to talk over some of the yearlings, a couple of the ones you guys have picked out. And we're going to do a couple of these. Plus, I'm actually going to be live at Christchurch. I'm looking forward to it this year. I'm going to be over. NZB have got me coming across. I'll be there basically from the 17th right through to the 22nd. And we'll give a little tease. We'll be going live. I'm going to do a bit of breakfast TV back here in Australia, but we'll be going live on the Monday, the all trotting day. So we want people to be aware of that there'll be a live show, and we'll be catching up with as many people as we can as well through that. But we're here today to sponsor and support SBSR. But Mark, somehow or other, I had to put a purple hat on. What happened there?
I don't know. Maybe we've got to send you a Shard Farm one as well. Johnny's one on Arden Lodge.
Anyone wondering why there's a hole in my hat wall at the back? That's because John's got good eyes. He sorted that part out really well, didn't he?
He did.
Oh, well, you never let a chance go by.
You don't indeed. Right, we will get onto these lots very shortly, but if anyone wants to, I hit the button the wrong time, but that's okay, NZB Standardbred.co.nz to view all the lots online live. And over the last couple of days, most of the videos are going up, most of the photos are up for all of the lots, and especially the SBSR horses. And these are crucial. It's something that we, I suppose, discovered how crucial they were through COVID, but even now more and more people are going to websites and just expecting them, and they're an integral part of promoting yearlings, aren't they, John?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. All this website business and social media and what have you, it's where everyone's got it in their pocket, and it's just the way things are nowadays.
No, it is indeed. You and I are going to start the ball rolling in a second with lot number 189. But before I do that, lot number 180 is also by On Solitaire. As I said, this won't be the one or two of these that we're going to do. We'll be doing quite a few, but it's On Solitaire. He's going to be very, very well represented at this sale, and will be Katie Price, and I think Dave will be catching up with me over the weekend and promoting a few of these other ones as well, won't they, John?
Yeah, no, we'll break it up and do a couple of different segments with you, and it's pretty cool to have some French blood that we've got available that's able to showcase what's around there, though.
Nah, exactly, and there's a lot going on. Right, lot 189, I've got the video playing over the back of us now. John is by On Solitaire, of course, a ready cash horse, and he was a superstar himself, and I'll talk about him in a second. But this one is a blue blood family of both sides of the ditch, but predominantly Australia, with Sky Valley in the third dam there. It's a family that a lot of Australians know a lot about.
Yeah, no, he's done an amazing job, Sky Valley, both on the track and as a stud, as we know, and he's very well known Australasian wide. The mare's a three-quarter sister to Allegra Agitato as well, and to bring in the French blood of Ready Cash, Love You cross the best up in Europe through On Solitaire, pretty exciting prospect. And when you see your eyes on this colt, had two vets here yesterday, and they just went, oh, holy, and I pulled the rug off. So, yeah.
He's a very precocious colt, isn't he?
He stands like he means to be there. He's got a set of things there between his back legs. It looks like he might want to keep them long term. But who knows? He might end up at Sky Valley himself.
He might indeed. One of the great crosses that I notice when you go through results and that doing this job, Sundon in that family, doesn't matter if it's Australia or New Zealand, wherever the races are today, you'll find a trotter sired by someone, but a Sundon cross definitely in that dam section, because what he's doing in the breeding barn, Sundon, after his passing has just been enormous, hasn't it?
Well, we know how much of a champion Sundon was on the track in his day, and his legacy just carried on superbly through his stallion career as well. And for this colt to be closely related to Congrazia Love that won the Trotting Oaks the other day, and very, very lot of points going for this boy.
No, I encourage people to go and have a look at him. That is lot number 189. Mark, we now move to the Shard Farms, and you've got a couple of very exciting ones. We're going to start off with probably one of the more exciting ones, if you like, for you guys. The Bettor's Delight out of Christian Dreamer in lot number 240.
Yes, we're very excited to be preparing this horse through the Shard Farm draft for Vin and Def Devry. They've always had horses with us, but yeah, Fabulous Dream. She just looks like she's going to run early, as the rest of the family does, and this is a great chance to buy into the family. Amazing Dream. I think she won 11 Group 1s, and she's won over 1.8 million. And the residual value in her will be as a brood mare that anyone, after she's finished racing, she'll be just a fantastic brood mare. But she's a lovely filly to handle, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of interest in her at the sales this year. And she's just a really, really nice filly.
The one thing that Cam Bray quite often says with their auctioneering, one dam to the page. This family, there's not even a full dam to that page. They've only been able to highlight 3 out of the mare. She's had 6 foals to race, 5 winners, and only 3 of those winners have made the page.
Yes. So if you had a bigger page, it'd probably be
It'd still only be the one dam.
Yeah, still only under the one dam. It's fantastic. Yes.
The Golden Cross, Bettor's Delight over Christian Cullen, and as you rightfully pointed out, that double whammy of hopefully getting a champion race mare like Amazing Dream, but then being able to breed on, and people want to get involved in the industry. The fillies are nearly the way to go to get that 2 for 1.
Absolutely, it is. I mean, hopefully, people go to the sales and do want to invest in fillies this year, because there's a lot of good fillies races now, and the stakes are going up to encourage people to race them. So let's hope that reflects at the sales.
Yep, that's exactly what we're after. John, lot number 203, Arden Seascape. I'm going to be a bit cheeky towards the end of the show. I like a couple of the names of your horses. Don't you worry about that. A Down by the Seaside filly out of Ardent. The mare herself has had 5 foals to race for 4 winners. Lovely type of filly, big filly, and the Down by the Seasides are going to be exciting the next couple of years.
Oh, no doubt about it. That he's crossing to a lot of different mares, and Arts Place is one of the ones he likes in America. And this is quite a tidy filly, and really Seaside's the new boy in America. They call him sensational over there, and he's ready to do big things in Australasia.
She's a lovely filly, big scopy filly, walks lovely.
Yeah, she's nice. This is our smaller one of the 2 fillies. She's not that big. She's quite 2-year-old typish, so I think she'll attract some attention.
And she's got a nice way about it. It's interesting you say she's not that big. On this video, she looks a terrific size, so that's even more encouraging, and a lovely trotting mare around in the paddock as well.
No, she's a nice mover.
She is indeed. Mark, back to you now with lot number 346, Captain Crunch. Now, the excitement level around the Captain Crunches, and I'll get John's opinion on those in a little bit as well, but just recently, they're saying about the APG sale just last week, but it actually sort of more kicked off at the weanling sale, if you like, the year before. People were very, very keen on these, and to be offering them up this first year, you must be super excited for a start.
Yeah, we are super excited. I think Stonewall Star bought a Captain Crunch filly out of the older Wise Guy family for $55,000, and we had Steve Stockman down here about 3 weeks ago, and he was saying Stonewall are actually breeding quite a few themselves. So as a first season sire, he booked out pretty quickly. So we've got two. We've got this filly and we've also got a colt. But Espresso Shard, she's just fantastic. She very correct, and she's got an expressive walk, so she overtracks. So she'll definitely cover the ground when she races. And the mare's had 3 foals, 3 to race, and 3 winners so far. So yes, this will be an exciting prospect to put through the ring. And she's really well put together, and out of a very good family. So it'll be exciting to see how the buyers respect Captain Crunch as a freshman sire.
As a breeder, Mark, like there's a couple in this family that are really close to your heart. In Max Shard, I know you got a lot of soft spot for that horse there, in Smiling Shard. But a horse called Vanquish Stride, he's just an absolute ripper over here for the Aussies as well. And that's the one thing we're trying to do, is get a few of these, the Australian people interested, if you like, and aware of what some of these horses are doing.
Yeah, no, Vanquish Stride, Melio bought him, and he's won 90,000 to date, and he's gone 154. So yeah, he's doing a good job in Australia for us. And Max Shard, he recently won down at Menangle. He went I think he's gone 148 this year. Track record at Wagga Wagga, and he went 148 at Menangle when he won about 2 starts ago.
Yep.
So yeah, he's still going good. He's just dropped off that top echelon, but we still love him to bits and still fill him in Australia. So it's great. Yes.
No, he's. I think he's going around tomorrow night in a super race too. But anyway, that's okay. John, we're going to go off script a little bit now, because we're not going to go back. People will be thinking, oh, this will be another of the Arden Lodge horses, but this is not. We're actually going to highlight lot number 391, Lightning Tara, a 3/4 in blood, or 3/4 to Superstar Tiger Tara.
Yeah, he's a lovely looking colt in the white draft down at Winton. And to have a better's delight out of his son Beer, who's a half to Tiger Tara, that's pretty outstanding. And as the Australians know, Stingray Tara is doing a great job over there as well. So this is an exciting colt, very late in the catalogue to be waiting for.
I'm sure NZB will be super excited about it. I'm glad you actually brought that up. Stingray Tara, in his own right, is just a great horse. He struggles to get a breath in this family, because you've got Tiger Tara, but go back to that third dam, you've got a horse like AG's White Sox, who's not the number one out of that next mare either. You got it's just a family of absolute superstars, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's a pedigree page in the catalogue that everyone likes to have, and to have something like that is something to look forward to for Southern Bred Southern Reared as a group as well.
Yeah, Timmy White and the White Stables are preparing her and offering her up, and him up, sorry. And that's the beauty of him. He's a colt, and it's a colt's family. All the good horses out of that family seem to be the boys as well. So it's a really, really good family in that sense.
Yeah.
Now we're going to keep going, John. You and I are, because we're going to highlight lot number 212, a colt called CC Arden by Captain Treacherous out of Arden's Choice.
Yeah, he's basically an outstanding looking individual. Captain Treacherous, the hottest horse on the planet, was stallion ranks. And you've got a bit lucky with his name there. So, Charlie Collin and his mother's Choice and Captain Treacherous. So we got the CC from there, and then, we got the CC in the comments as well.
It works, don't worry. The amount of people that have commented when I said you've named a horse after me, they are I'm getting a lot of vomit text messages. I don't know what that's about, but that's okay. He's not actually named after me, but I'll run with it. Don't worry, you don't have to tell me twice. I definitely will run with it. But all jokes aside, lovely colt, and he's just trotting out here on the video. He's just got a nice, classy look about him, hasn't he?
Well, he's the first colt out of second foal and first colt out of Arden's Choice, and she was their pride and joy there a few years ago when she was doing her thing. A 2-year-old Group 1 winner, daughter of Windsor Rose, just about as good as you can get. So we're pretty hopeful he'll attach some pretty big interest up there and sell accordingly.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark, back to you now with lot number 377. This is an Always Be Mickey out of Shards of Myros, if you like. Myros, you'll tell me correctly. But this horse here is a half, and you've got to be careful. The horse's name itself is Himself. So it does get a bit confusing, but yeah, a half to Himself, an exciting horse. I'll let you talk about this filly, and we'll make sure people are aware of what Himself has been able to do.
Yeah, so Rosalind Shard, she's a Mickey out of a Mikado mare, and she's a very correct horse, and she's got a very expressive walk as well, and beautifully put together. And that's out of the family of Light Messiah, Mighty Cullen, and Mr. Presley. So it's a very good family. And of course, for people living in Western Australia, himself won the Golden Nuggets on the 16th of December. And that was a Group 1, of course. So it was very exciting seeing him win that. And then he's racing tonight, also at Gloucester Park again, in the West Australian Pacing Cup, $450,000 Group 1. But unfortunately, he's got the horror draw of 7. But he hopefully can overcome that, and be in the top 3 would be great. But yes, this is the half sister to Himself, and that was educated early on in New Zealand by Bob Butt, and his grandfather still owns a share with Greg and Sky Bond in Western Australia.
So he's had 25 starts, 12 wins, $266,000. But the one kicker in this, Mark, and even to you, John, but I'll stick with Mark for a sec, it's to date. Like, he ran 4th in the Fremantle Cup last week. Like, he's going around this week. From breeding point of view, you want all your progeny to be going good. We're only a bit over 3 weeks out from the sales and the start. Timing can be everything, and Himself doing what he's doing now, this horse is going to be on the radar for a lot of West Australians, you would imagine.
Oh, absolutely.
The timing there's spot on. So I butted in there, but in that race tonight, we've also got more SBSR. We've also got Diego. And, the SBSR in WA is very good. We've got relatives, the Magnificent Storm. SBSR's all over the world.
Yep, and you want the West Australians, and the West Australians do tune in, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of people looking at this filly for you, Mark.
Yeah, there will be, yes, and it's been very exciting to be able to offer her at the sales, and yes, I think there will be a lot of interest in this filly, yes, especially from Australian buyers.
Right, now, John, the last one for you is lot number 359, another Captain Treacherous and a filly, this filly here. Great family, but when you go back down into the generations on the third dam, you've got Ultimate Machete, Ultimate Sniper, Tupeka Knight, Ideal Scott, the dam before, ripping family.
Yeah, the dam side here is just huge. One of the SBSR Tupeka families of way back, and to have those two horses you mentioned, or the rest of them, I suppose, on that page is pretty great. She's a nice filly. Captain Treacherous only got 4 fillies in Christchurch, so I think she'll be looked at quite a bit.
And we talked there before about Himself and current families and what they're able to do. And I think it was you that said earlier in the show, John, that Captain Treacherous, probably the hottest sire at the minute on the radar. People just want these horses. The Sons of Sunbeach somewhere down by the seaside. They're very, very popular right at the minute, and people are very, very keen on them. But Captain Treacherous is probably just leading the way at the minute with these sons.
We're very lucky to get them. It wasn't that long ago that we had to wait for sons of these sons to get them to New Zealand and Australia to breed to, but now we've got the best of the track. So to have Captain Treacherous available like we have is unbelievable.
So, John, now I don't know if it's a good sign or a bad sign. We said there before about lot 212, of course, being CC Arden and named after Campbell's comments and nothing else. We won't worry about that too much. But a filly that I used to race, it's quite unique. Filly I used to race, basically got me back into the industry a few years ago, was a mare called Seascape. And lot number 203 is Seascape. You sure you're not stalking me or something like that on Facebook?
Oh, there you go, isn't it? It's a small world, the tangle-ups that we have, but you'd be welcome to buy her if you want.
I'm sure I
You
will.
make sure you got time to be at the ring when she sells, so you get your finger up.
I'll be there. I'll get some photos. Don't worry about that. I'll claim a portion of them. I've already had a couple of people suggest to me that we go halves in CCR, and I think they think I'm getting very, very rich off this show. I'm not sure about that at all. Product placements, everything, John. You should see what Mark's doing just now. He just popped the head up, but I think he was reading the catalogue, but he managed to have the Shard. He had the Shard farm right at the very front of the screen. Don't worry, he wasn't missing an opportunity.
I was looking at lot 203
to see what it was. He's checking up. He's checking up on us. Rightio. So we don't want to forget the NZB sale dates. Of course, they kick off on the 19th of February at Karaka. Horses, I think, get on site about the 17th, and then basically everyone rocks up to Monday, the 20th. Which is when lot 189 goes under the hammer, as well as quite a few of the other trotters. There's a good group of trotters. I think 3 o'clock New Zealand time, 1 o'clock Australian time they start. And we want people to be aware that that is purely an all trotting day. And then we go Tuesday, Wednesday with the South Island Pacers. I think the sale concludes Wednesday about 4 o'clock, I think, or just after 4 o'clock. It's going to conclude. So we want people to be able to be aware. It'll be on the NZB live stream, so you'll be able to go to that to keep in touch with these horses, but also go there and register and get in touch with the guys. We want to make sure we do that. Mark, just quickly, the NZB, the bus, if you like, the great Southern Bred Southern Reared tour, Monday the 13th and Tuesday the 14th of February. I've got the list of all the farms you got going there, but it's booked out, but it's something super popular and really is working for SBSR, isn't it?
It does absolutely work for SBSR. You know, last year, unfortunately, we had to cancel a tour right at the last minute because of COVID. We didn't want to be the kicker for people not getting the sale, so we just cancelled it, and we weren't going to get blamed for that. And this year, the interest is huge again, and you know, people want to. What we enjoy about it is people actually come to Southland, see what Southland's all about. You know, the great pasture they are brought up on, and the good farms down here, and all the great families that come out of Southland, you know, the Bodine breed, the Ardens, you know, going back to Cardigan Bay, going back to all those good, you know, Southland families. And as John said, you know, around and, you know, Sid Brown up there and Mosgiel too, you know, he's got a good breed with his horses too. So it's just all over the place, and you can't single out any particular farm or any particular you know, breed. And we've also got the Dines, which goes back to the tech breed. They've started, you know, recently putting their horses through the sale, so you know they just come from anywhere. And as I said, you can't single out anybody. It's just a great group to be involved with, and there's strong points in all parts of Southland.
Yep,
definitely. Yep.
And it's a great way to see it, great way to see all the farms, and it's a great way to, I suppose, get an understanding of how all you guys do work together in promoting the standardbred breed as much as SBSR, but at the end of the day, you guys are promoting the standardbred breed.
Yeah, as a whole, we are. I mean, we're trying to promote it. We're trying to encourage people to get into ownership. We're trying to encourage people to syndicate horses. Yeah, even Debbie and I, we've joined a syndicate down here with Kirk too. We just recently sold a horse, so he'll be looking at buying again. So you know, it's you've got to be positive, and you know, you got to support everything. You know, we've got to get as many horses sold this year, and hopefully people breeding plenty of mares to keep the industry going. As we know, there is a shortage of horses, so we're all doing the best that we can to encourage it.
Yep, absolutely. Now, John, I'm going to throw you under the bus a little bit, because I did say I was going to give this one to Mark because he is aware of them. But a little bit more rebadging as well, if you like. I love the way the SBSR with the horse and foal in the middle of it, it stands for what you guys are. But now also promoting, I suppose, the past and the present. We spoke there before about himself, but horses like Cardigan Bay, Field Marshal and the Mighty Quinn, and I'll be able to see that on the badging at the top, but you're going to have 3 or 4 different lots of badging going across. But it's a great way to promote the future when you remember your past in a way, isn't it?
Oh, well, we're so lucky to have the history that we get. And this committee's been going for years now. We've just been able to pick up on all that history that Southland has produced for years and years and years. And It's the nursery of New Zealand. It's the Kentucky of the Australasia, and you can just grab it on for airs. How many horses that have been produced down here that have done great things worldwide? So very, very lucky to have that history behind us.
Just very quickly, Mark, it's the world's first millionaire was Cardigan Bay. Southern Hemisphere, his fastest standardbred was Field Marshal. And the
2018 Miracle Mile, I think it was, he went 146.9.
And then the richest standardbred is the Mighty Quinn. Some would actually probably argue, and it's a good argument we can have, is probably one of the fastest horses we ever saw in Australia. Maybe not over that mile, but for a closing quarter, the Mighty Quinn was just brutal.
He was he won over $4 million. I think he won $4.5 million, and he won, I think something like, was it 53 races? He was just so brutal in his finishing last half, and he just had a great race career. And of course, he was bred in Southern by Dave and Dawn Kennedy there at Bayswater, and he's just done a fantastic job to be able to amass that sort of money.
Right, boys, thank you very much. As I said, if anyone wants to get in more, we'll go to this one here, the website, nzbstandardbred.co.nz, because you guys' phone numbers will be on there and how to contact and find out some information, especially with the Aussies, to find out more information about these horses. You guys will be on the grounds at Christchurch, I would imagine, over that weekend. Would that be right for you guys, a lot of you?
Yeah, we're travelling up on Saturday, the
19th, 18th.
18th. Yeah, we're going up on Saturday the 18th. Yes.
Yep. And be over there for inspections. And we want to make sure people are aware the Monday is the all trotting day. And John, you and I alluded there before, there's 2 on solitaires. I think there was 3, but I think there's 2 actually available in the sales. Both horses incredibly well bred. On solitaire himself he's a good story, but we want people to get there and inspect these trotters, and then majority of the paces will be there as well. So it's going to be a great inspection day as well, Monday the 20th.
Yeah, no, looking forward to it. It's coming around pretty quick, and hopefully we can keep the good weather that we're doing between now and then, and things will be good.
Didn't you say it's starting to rain?
It's just gone off. Not as much as I forecast.
You guys, there's no lie. We actually had to hold this back 2 seconds because John had to move to get his chimney cleaned because it's winter's fast approaching. It's going to be 30 degrees here in Australia, but anyway, that's okay. We won't worry about that. All right, boys. Thank you very much. As I said, this won't be the last promotion for Southern Bred Southern Reared. We want everyone to go and click them out. You only have to Google Southern Bred Southern Reared and you'll find everything as well. You've got your own Facebook page, website, but also just go through NZB Standardbred's site as well, and you'll be able to see everything there. John and Mark, thank you very much for joining me. We had a little bit of a trying session, if you like, getting this started, but we've got it all up and done, and I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the 20th. And good luck at the sales.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Paul. Keep up the good work.
Yep.